Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and today we're doing something a little bit different, but also at the same time all too similar. Yes, that's right, you read the title. Penne with Alfredo is doing a top 5 video. And now I know what you're thinking, Penne with Alfredo, it's not 2017 anymore. What the fuck are you doing? Everything that has been said about zombies has been said. And while you may be right, while people can run out of facts, you cannot run out of opinions. That didn't really make any sense at all. Moving on. So, today, what we're going to be doing is the top 5 most overrated maps of all time. Now, this should probably go without saying, but this is my personal opinion. These are my gathered facts and research and knowledge about all these maps that I think just get a little bit too much praise. So, with that off, we're going to start in at our number 5 spot. Now, I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. I had 4 other maps that were just lined up for this, and I kind of had trouble getting the 5th one. But out of all the maps, I think I'm going to have to go with Verruckt. Now, usually with these maps, I have one main point and then other little points that you could call nitpicks. But Verruckt is just, I don't know, man. It's just uninteresting. Like, there's not really a whole much you could do in this map. There's not really any good training or camping spots. Unless you go down right outside the door of Quick Revive. You can train down there if you have like a Wonder Waff, or if you have a ray gun, although a ray gun is pretty deadly. But most of the time I play Verruckt solo anyways, and basically 100% of the time I get put in the Quick Revive room. I don't know if it's because I'm on single player. I don't know if it's just because the game wants to fuck me. I really don't. But every time I spawn in that room, I'm just filled with so much dread because I'm gonna have to go out that door, and so there's nowhere I can really train anymore. The other point is, well, the wonder weapons are not really good. On World at War, you have just the ray gun, which, you know, is not the greatest, but it was the second map ever released, so you gotta give them a little bit of leeway on that one. But for the BO1 version of Verruckt, they decided to go with the Winter's Howl. Treyarch, I don't know what you guys are thinking about this. I don't know if you know this, but the Winter's Howl is straight up dog shit. I really don't know why they decided to go with the Winter's Howl instead of the Thunder Gun. I really don't, because Verruckt is a challenging map in itself, so the Thunder Gun really wouldn't be the worst choice for that map. And also the last element, which is what I'm going to call the bar room. The most useless room ever put in any zombies game ever is the room that's in the Quick Revive spawn room that you open and you get a bar gun. I don't even know what it is on the Zombies Chronicles version because I never fucking opened that door. So why does that room exist? I have no idea, but that's your number 5 spot. Moving down to number 4, this is where I'm probably gonna piss off a couple of people. It's the Eisendrache. I'm sorry, man, but this map is it's just too easy. Like, if you go and assemble the Stormbow and you just camp in one of the teleportation pads or pods, whatever they're called, then you could just keep firing the Stormbow and you'll go to as many rounds as you want. Now, the only problem with this is that the Panzer shows up, but that's when you just turn around, teleport out, and go to the pad, run a little bit, and you're at the death ray, where you can trap the Panzer and just keep fucking spamming him with Stormbows right in his stupid little mask. I fucking hate the Panzer. Fucking hate him so much. But it's not a big issue because you always seem to have a way to just kill him easily. So that's the main point of the Eisendrache. And then the other things are just little nitpicks that I just find annoying. The first one is that the beginning cutscene is in stop motion. Like, out of all the other cutscenes in BO3, they're all CGI animated, and they just decided to go for this comic book look in the opening cutscene. Now, I am going to give them a little bit of leeway on this one because the cutscene does feature the robot, and I understand that would be kind of a pain to animate, but come on, man. This is the first DLC, technical DLC for the game. You could have just put in a little bit of extra work. That would have been nice for the fans. The other thing is that the dragon head in the castle, when you're trying to get the storm bow, it's like, I don't know why. It's that one spot where you're just running around trying to get it. It's probably because I'm a literal dumpster can, but it's just so cramped and so confining? I think that's the word. Confining, right? Yeah. It's so confining that a zombie's just gonna come out of nowhere, smack you right in the face, and you go down, and it's really annoying. And speaking for bow steps, what the fuck, man? What's with the crawler step for the void bow? Like, that's the only case where the gobblegum crawl space is effective. You hear that, Treyarch? You made an entire fucking gobblegum that's only good for one step, for one wonder weapon in one map. Bravo, Treyarch. Bravo. I fuck. So that's our number 4 spot. And moving down to number 3 is going to be Ascension. Now, I do like Der Eisendrache and Verruckt. I will say that. I think they are a little bit overrated, but I do like the maps. They're fun to play. Ascension, to me, is just not fun to play at all. And the main point is that it's just so easy. Like, this is the easiest map out of Call of Duty Zombies. I don't care what you say. You have way too much training space. You can go either right where Widow's Wine or PhD is, depending on which game you're playing, or you can go down in the spawn room and train there, where you have the big ass metal dildo or whatever everyone calls it, and you know, you can just go under there and it will just take care of the zombies for you. And if you somehow still fuck up, which I think is impossible, you have a lunar lander right behind you that you could just, oh, bye-bye, and you just fly away. It's way too easy. Also, I know this goes without saying, but fuck those little stupid monkeys, those little fucking little assholes. They come around and they hump your quick revive. Most of the time, they are pretty easy to deal with, but chances are you're going to be looking out for quick revive and jug, and you're just going to get one perk, at least one perk taken away. And it's probably going to be Widows, because that's how this game goes. And so you have to go back and spend another 4,000 points on Widow's Wine, which is just so fucking annoying. And the last thing is that they reused the Thunder Gun for this map. Like, why? This is the easiest map of all time, and you're gonna put one of the most overpowered wonder weapons? Yeah, no. No, I'm good. No, I'll pass. Thank you, Ascension, but I'll go with probably literally any other BO1 map, but thank you for existing. Alright, and moving down to number 2, it's gonna be Keno. Now, this is in my top 5 favorite maps of all time. I really like this map, mostly because of the nostalgia factor that I have it from playing with my older brother and my cousins. But it's not that good, let's be real. It's on the BO1 version, it looks ugly, man. It looks grimy and dirty, and I know that's the feel it's supposed to go, but they could have like spiced it up a little bit. There's a way of doing a good creepy factor without it feeling bland as well, you know what I mean? On the BO3 version though, it just looks so nice. Like, that's probably the best Zombies Chronicles remastered. That's in my opinion. But at the same time, with Ascension, it's way too easy. You go on the stage, you get a thunder gun, you win. That's it. You don't have to do anything. You can go on Tinder, play Pokemon Go or whatever the fuck. All you have to do is just run around with a thunder gun, and you're good. Bada bing, bada boom. Also, connecting the teleporter every time. I get that, like, you have to do something in order for, so you can't just teleport over and over again. But a cooldown period, maybe? Because that would work way better. Because I know I'm not the only one who's playing Keno. And you're a nice guy. You're feeling like a Chad. You go and connect the teleporter to the pad in the spawn room, and you come back and your friends are gone, and you look up into the projection room. They're down there. They're throwing grenades. They're laughing at you, and you just want to quit the game. You want to go drink a couple too many jugs and just forget your worries and just pass out on the spot right there. And the last thing I want to talk about is that, like, there were a couple of innovations, but there weren't really that futile or important, you know what I mean? Like, you have the Nova Crawlers, which, like, were interesting. No one really pays attention to them or likes them that much. It just, yeah, it's a good addition. Like, I'm glad they came up with a different zombie, but just when you're shooting at a herd of zombies and you feel something clawing at your feet, and you have to aim down to kill the Nova Crawl, and you look up, oh, there's a herd of zombies. It's just really annoying, and I really don't like the Nova Crawlers. But they also had the introduction of the fire pit, which was pretty cool. It acts the same way as an electric trap, but, you know, it just sets the zombies on fire instead, which, you know, is pretty cool. And you also have the fire sale, maybe? I don't know. I tried looking this up, seeing if Keno was the first one to add fire sales to the game. I'm pretty sure they were, which I have to give them credit for because that was a really good introduction to the game. But you see, the point is that, like, when people think of when I think of Keno, and I know when a couple of other people think of Keno, it's kind of like it could be a World at War map. Like, it's not really different from Darius, you know what I mean? Like, they kind of they're really similar in that faction. So that's my number 2 spot. And speaking of Darius, that's our number 1 spot. I'm sorry. I've always thought that this map has just been way too overrated. And I've got a couple of reasons this time. First of all, the catwalk just makes everything way too easy. You just go up there with a Wonderwaff or a ray gun or whatever, and you just spray. You honestly just spray. That's it. And you don't need to worry about anything. The footage that you're seeing right now, I'm not even fucking there. I'm not even looking at the TV because I want to see how I could do in this situation. This is scientific evidence. Don't even need to be present to play this map. You could be going off doing better things with your life, being a contributing member to society. But no, you just watch the zombies come up the staircase and just die. That's a good way of spending your time too, I guess. You know, whatever. And also, I said in Keno how, like, it is way too easy on the stage, but at least you have to run around, you know? Like, there's still a little bit of movement involved. The Giant and Darius, you just stay perfectly still. I mean, you might move back a tad wee bit because the zombie's coming a little bit too close, but you're never gonna be running around that much, okay? The Giant, Darius, it's way too easy. And also, specifically for Darius, it's so fucking buggy, man. Like, you go back and play that, and you just think, wow, I don't remember this map being this bad. Why did I like this? Why did I think that this was the greatest map of all time? And that is a good question. Then, of course, there's the jug glitch where you shock yourself with the Wonder Waff, and uh-oh, no more jug, bye-bye. This also goes kind of hand with the easy and boring factor, is that it gets too repetitive. You know, you're just going to be doing the same thing over and over for surviving. Like, sitting on the catwalk gets real old after a while, let me tell you. And I never find myself playing this map 2 times in 2 weeks, I'd say. Every 2 weeks, maybe I'll hop on this, but that's it. Then I'll just be satisfied for another 2 weeks, and I'll think, oh, hey, I'll go back on the giant. Wow, this is really boring. I'm up on the catwalk. Oh, I'm on round 30. Okay, I'm gonna leave anyways because I don't really care how this ends. And the last factor is the teleporters. I'm gonna talk about the teleporters. Yes, they were a big innovation, but they weren't utilized properly because people just stay up in the catwalk. Like, every once in a while, yes, you are gonna maybe go down to the teleporter and teleport to go get Pack-a-Punch. Sure. But there's 2 more teleporters that are just completely irrelevant to the map, that serve absolutely no purpose, that just sits there and just collects dust, being absolutely, unequivocally worthless. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for this top 5. If you liked it or you agree with some of the opinions, be sure to leave a like. That would mean so much to me. And why not consider subscribing so you see my my rants or gameplay or whatever I decide to do for the next video. So that'll be all for this top 5. If this goes over well, if this gets a couple of views, then, you know, maybe I'll continue along, do more top 5s. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you later.